Hello folks, this is Paragon RG and you're watching another top level match of Age of Empires 4. This one, to me, is looking pretty special. We've got DauT versus Capoch, and I'll intro those players in just a second. So DauT, at the top of the map, in the blue, playing as the French, and Capoch is in the red, playing as the Rus. So these players are two absolute legends of Age of Empires 2. There is I saw on a Reddit post sometime last year, there's a lovely picture of some tournament from 2002 or something like that, and where DauT comes second, babyface DauT, and Capoch comes third, and actually a Canadian player named Chris came first, who recently got back into the game but didn't have the time to commit for it. So these guys are absolute beasts. DauT has been relevant that entire time in Age of Empires 2. He got into Age of Empires 3 as well. I believe he hit top 10 in that game also. So this guy's a legend. Now, I believe both of them, part of why I'm excited about this game is that I think both of them actually dropped AoE 4 for a little bit, and I've seen them recently getting back onto the ladder. So they've become more and more active. They are on their way up. They're pretty far up there right now. So I'm really excited to see more from both of these players. I think DauT used to have a public match history. I could be incorrect on that. Now, unfortunately, he has made it private, so we're actually spectating Capoch, who has a public match history. But what that makes me excited for is DauT may actually be grinding to be more competitive in tournaments. So I'm really excited to see what he has to offer. So for those of you that don't know DauT and his style, in mainland, also known as the Lord, our Savior DauT, he is a macro player. He is a strategist. He excels less at micromanagement, a little less at multitasking, but just develops a really strong understanding of games and is able to take advantage of that, and has had some insane results in the past year or two in AoE 2. So looking forward to see what he can do in this game. Now, DauT as French in this game has quite a few villagers queued up. I'm assuming he has some, he knows how many to queue up here. Maybe I'll keep an eye. 19 pop. We'll see if... actually, I'm in AoE 2 mode for a minute here. I'm thinking he has to click up and stop building vills when he goes to Feudal Age. Of course, he does not have to do that in Age of Empires 4. He's already on gold with 3 villagers there. Got 1 villager hanging out, adding a lumber camp only now. Nice little sheep packets coming back, being dropped off to the town center, and now going up with the School of Cavalry. So we will check back on him in just a minute to see, is he going for knights? Is he going for scouts for the professional scouts play? We will find out. Capoch, pretty standard looking build from him. Very, very compressed here. Where's his gold? Okay, so gold a little farther out. Wouldn't be surprised, even just looking at how tight this base is. This seems to be some implication that maybe there's the usual fast castle horse archer build coming from him. And of course, Rus not needing, let's take a look at his gold here, 277. So he should have enough to click up to, well, he has enough for Feudal Age. He will need more gold. I believe professional scouts is what, 175? Oh, it's 275. My mistake. So he needs quite a bit more bounty before he's able to get professional scouts. But I'm guessing we'll see him click up to Feudal in just a minute, and then he'll add a few to gold a little while later when he thinks he needs to. Little scuffle in the middle of the map between the scouts of both players. Let's take a look at the map. I believe this is Lipany. Did I get that right? Lipany. Nice big stealth forest in the middle here. I hope to see that used from at least one of the players. This could be an awesome launching point for DauT. Get an outpost up here, add siege in this forest, and Capoch will have a much more difficult time taking advantage of this tree line. The only closer tree line is here, so from that point of view, if this is your launching point, both of these areas are a little bit exposed, despite this overall being a very, very tight, compressed, let's say, base layout for Capoch. 2 scouts coming in now from Capoch, trying to bug some villagers from DauT. Now remember, he is on his way up to the Feudal Age, almost there now, and has... Does he... Oh, he doesn't get one, does he? Okay, for a minute I thought I saw a villager drop there. Looks like DauT's trying to get a little bit more gold before he heads back. He has more than 100 here, so the question is what he's able to do with that. 1 Royal Knight, coming out now, heading toward his goal line, so that will clear up any scouts bugging him there and allow his villagers to gather gold. I think he knows the scouts are not there anymore, so it looks like he's starting to direct that knight elsewhere, and we'll see what he adds after that. That is DauT's third military unit, which presumably means he has another scout somewhere on the map. Did I miss that scout? Must have missed that scout. Meanwhile, Capoch, 5 military units. So again, I'm assuming looks like 4 scouts. Sorry, 5 scouts from him. Makes sense. Archery range coming down now from DauT. Double archery range, in fact. So no more knights or scouts coming out from him. This looks like feudal archer pressure from DauT. So interesting French play. Definitely not what you expect as a player going against the French. His knight coming in now, scout coming in. I wonder if Capoch picks up on the fact that there's only 2 units and it's not looking like more are coming out. So we'll have to see. For example, if you notice this knight is never healing, your opponent's never getting chivalry, you know they're not really investing in knights too much. Now, if DauT never gets it, he'll only be able to pester his opponent's wood line so much. So I'm not even sure how much damage the archers will be able to do on this base. It's just so compact. Still not on gold. I thought he would put maybe a few on by now, but it looks like he hasn't needed to. Let's take a look. 225 bounty, not yet at that all-important tier 2, but he did get it professional scouts and is bringing back quite a few deer now. So 5 archers coming forward from DauT with a scout for some extra sight lines. Let's actually pop over to DauT's view here, see what he can see. Nice job from DauT, bringing his forces back together here. Also has a scout over here. I really like this a lot. No real chance he's going to get flanked there. If his opponent's scouts run off to the left, he will see them. Setting up here nicely, but there is a wooden fortress, so I'm not sure how much he can get done with that. 3 more archers coming forward now. DauT definitely massing up a sizable force. Inching forward, looks like he wants to start moving. We'll probably notice in just a minute this opponent is not yet on the gold here. Scouts that gold out now, sees there is no one on it. He's going to run around, look for some damage that he can do. Maybe he'll try to pick off some of these scouts. Archers are pretty well positioned to do so. If those scouts want to come back home, they pretty much have to come through the archers. And, you know, realistically, they're going to outrun the knight. The knight isn't going to kill any scouts there. So DauT mostly positioning here to prevent that professional scouts, which is interesting counterplay. Usually people argue that there isn't really good counterplay to professional scouts, but maybe this is DauT thinking outside the box a little bit. Let's see if there's anything else from him. Right now, just more archers being produced. He does have a blacksmith, is getting siege engineering. Okay, so looks like we will be seeing an assault here. Runs under the archer fire of the wooden fortress already. I'm not sure if that... So he takes out 1 villager, at least idling quite a few. This seems totally worth it to me. Doesn't even lose that archer. So really nice play from DauT. Absolutely worth it. Meanwhile, siege engineering is still coming in. No archer upgrades just yet, but I think that's okay. He knows his opponent seems to be going for... Oh, interesting. Actually, Capoch has a blacksmith. I was going to say is going for the fast castle here, but early knights now coming out from Capoch. So DauT has seemed to force Capoch into a reaction. The Argentinian now making those early knights is going to set him back quite a bit, and is getting iron undermesh, that important ranged armor upgrade rather. Pretty useful against archers of your opponent. Now 18 of them for DauT. His house blocked, at least temporarily. We'll see if he notices that. DauT actually one of the best players in AoE 2 at least, at not getting house blocked. And you'll see that probably actually didn't block anything. He relieved that in time, such that he probably didn't have any idle time on his town center or archery ranges. That first ram is in now. Archers moving forward, ram moving forward. Heading right for that wooden fortress. Now, normally I don't recommend players go for the defensive structure right away, but keep in mind that defensive structure is the only thing keeping this wood line not raidable. And even just in doing that, he's idling 8 villagers. This is such a good play from DauT. Archers now stepping out toward the early lancers, or sorry, early knights of his opponent. Just sort of holding them off, and that may be enough archers to do it. Wouldn't be surprised if DauT gets the ranged attack upgrade to help against those knights. Let's take a quick look over at his blacksmith. He is doing so. No other blacksmith upgrades queued up just yet. Currently just idling so many villagers from Capoch. Capoch is definitely on his back foot right now. Adding a market. It looks like he wants to... Yeah, he has all the food he needs. Oh, that's such a bummer for Capoch. He's been pushed into this market. You would hope he could get away with just using the Golden Gate. But he can't. He has to sell a bunch of food to get some gold. And he'll probably use that gold for more knights. And it looks like we do see another knight coming out now. So Capoch starting to look pretty desperate to push this off. Archers from DauT now having that ranged upgrade. Take another look at his blacksmith. Ranged armor upgrade coming in now as well. So that will help a little bit. His archers will get killed a little less quickly from towers. Same thing with his knights. Now trying to ram down this wooden fortress from his opponents. Let's get to that cinematic view. Capoch running in, trying to get some damage in with his knights, but really just running back out. Doesn't feel like he has the numbers to act just yet. 3 royal knights from DauT. So many archers. 1 early knight going down from Capoch. I'm interested to see how well these archers do against these knights. It looks like they are doing pretty good damage. These are early knights. Keep that in mind. And they're absolutely going down. The royal knights are about to outnumber. So not quite outnumbering yet. DauT damages a lot of these knights. These are... Remember, these don't get to heal. Whoops, sorry. These don't get to heal. So that is effectively permanent damage on those knights until he hits Castle Age and is able to get a warrior monk or 2. And in the meantime, DauT is continuing to build up his own forces, and it's true. His royal knights are themselves damaged. Let's see if they're healing just yet. No chivalry upgrade for DauT as of yet. Another ramp coming out from him. I guess one was destroyed. I didn't actually see that happen. But they're moving back out now, and we see he has 25 archers now with 1/1 upgrades. Let's take a look to see what else DauT is up to. Quite a few villagers on gold, which tells us something. Chivalry being researched now, and Royal Knights coming out as well. So DauT's starting to transition into a heavier unit composition overall. Lots of Knights and Scouts out now from Capoch. So let's see if DauT is able to hold this position, if Capoch is able to push him away. Argentinian doing what he can to take out those rams. Running back out, though, not getting a lot of damage in. And look at this. Looks like at least 3 cavalry units. I can't tell if those are scouts or knights. I think they might be knights, given the shape of that, the saddle on the horse there. DauT going to use this opportunity to drive out the knights of his opponent. His rams are probably more able to move back in now with those archers. Mostly only scouts to prevent it, and archers are going to rip apart those scouts. So I have to say, I really like this unit composition from DauT, and much less do I like it from Capoch. A second wooden fortress coming out from him. This is probably the right play. He knows he needs this wood line. He knows DauT has been lurking in this direction, and that this is probably less... You know, you can't just plop a lumber camp down here, because if he does, and DauT sees it, there's no wooden fortress there yet, and these things are expensive, right? So this is the place Capoch has committed to take wood for at least the foreseeable future in this game. DauT poking back in with the rams again. Poking right back out. Idling some villagers for a period of time. Capoch is pretty antsy here. You can see these units moving back and forth. Horses stomping their feet. He wants out. And to be honest, he's going to run out of deer. He may soon start to need farms. So keep an eye on that. As soon as he needs farms... He's probably pretty sure he can't place a mill here. A bunch of these villagers pulling away. Looks like they are going to add a mining camp all the way on this side. So he thinks he does need gold at this stage, possibly to continue his knight production. Does not, you know, maybe while he's running out of food, doesn't think he can continue to use the Golden Gate effectively to generate his gold. Capoch will successfully take down one of these rams. That's a nice play from him. Separates these archers from the rest of DauT's army. Where is the rest of DauT's army? Okay, Royal Knights coming in now. Nice picks overall there from Capoch. Pushes back that army. Nice play by DauT, circling back around with his Royal Knights. I completely lost them for a second myself, but good job in both players from noticing they're away and then DauT grabbing them pulling them back together. Those archers were in a pretty bad spot if those knights were able to get on top of them. And we can see here that the knights of his opponent have actually melee armor, a ranged armor, and melee attack upgrades. Of course, no chivalry, because Rus don't get chivalry. You can see chivalry from DauT is now in, as well as upgrades. Okay, wooden fortress on the gold. 8 villagers in this now, so it looks like he's going to try to camp this. DauT is making a bit of a stand here. This is a bit of a statement saying, I'm going to take this, and there's nothing you can do about it. So it is now up to Capoch to push this back. We'll see if he's able to do so. Ram getting pushed back by the scouts. Knights starting to really deal with this massive archers built up by DauT, but a lot of them are very, very injured. So let's see what kind of micro DauT has in order to target down those injured knights. But almost all the archers are gone now. It's now Royal Knights against a larger number of early knights from his opponent. Royal Knights are definitely better, don't get me wrong. But I can't help but feel, pardon me, sorry about that, can't help but feel like this is a strong, maybe not a strong position, but a strong statement from Capoch saying, get out of my lands. I've got numbers now, you can't do anything about it. Looks like DauT, though, has been hiding quite a few Royal Knights. He doesn't have many archers anymore. He's made a pretty strong switch into Royal Knights. Ram now being taken out on the back lines as well, so Capoch is managing to take gold here, and we'll see if he's able to also convert that success into taking wood in another location. All these knights healing for DauT. Looks like the points are pretty skewed in favor of DauT. Score not always that indicative, although neither player is the Mongols, so neither score is bugged. But let's take a quick look at why it might be that way. 56 economy from DauT, those are villagers, and only 30 from Capoch. Folks, what did I miss? How many villagers have gone down from Capoch? Or did DauT add a TC that I can't see? Okay, this is a much more dire situation than I realized. That economy is favoring DauT so strongly, and it makes me wonder, how much of the game has this town center been idle? Capoch has now reached the castle age, which you can see evens out the score, but I don't think it's going to matter with DauT having this strong of an economy. He'll be able to hit the castle age in his own time. I don't think he'll have any problem doing that. He has enough knights here to basically sit under the archer fire and to idle 11 of the only 30 villagers from Capoch. So such a strong position from DauT. Capoch can't keep these early knights alive. They're not going to make it to full knight status, which he can now afford to do. Capoch is in such a bad spot. Another ram coming in on the front lines. How is he going to handle this? Looks like he's overall outnumbered in terms of knight numbers. I only see 7 knights, whereas there are 14 royal knights from his opponent. Remember, these have chivalry as well. They're going to be healing when they're not in combat. DauT breaking off only a small chunk of his knights to drive away the knights of his opponent. Starting to kill villagers on the front line, on the wood lines of Capoch. Second wooden fortress going down to the knights and the battering ram. Another ram coming in. And Capoch calls it. That's it. DauT with a really strong showing against Capoch, showing there are different ways to play French. Archer pressure right into rams, dealing really well with the standard Rus meta. Folks, this has been Paragon RG. If you like this one, subscribe for more videos, and I'll catch you next time.